Let's welcome in Kansas Senator Roger Marshall. Good morning to you, Senator. Great to see you. So we are seeing not a lot of signs here that Democrats are ready to come to the table and end this shutdown. What are you hearing there on Capitol Hill? Will this shutdown end soon?
Well, Wake Up America to day number 10 of Schumer's political shutdown. Day number 10, I would draw your listeners' attentions to two dates. One is October 15th, and that's when the military doesn't get paid. And then October 18th is when the protest gets here. This will be a Soros paid-for protest where his professional protesters show up, the agitators show up. We'll have to get the National Guard out. Hopefully it'll be peaceful. I doubt it as well. So I think that they have to get that march done. They have to show their protest. They have to fight like they're saying here. This is all a political show. It's all a political scam right now. This is Schumer's shutdown. We'll probably have to get to the 18th, and then that Monday, maybe we'll get across the finish line. That's my hope.
Senator, you just mentioned it. I mean, the military doesn't get paid next Wednesday. There are a lot of government workers who are not going to get their paycheck today. And despite all of that, Chuck Schumer, he's bragging to a reporter that every day gets better for us. Take a listen to what the president had to say about that comment.
But Chuck Schumer proclaimed this morning that every day gets better for them. No, every day it's actually getting worse for them. And they're having a rebellion in the Democrat Party because they want to stop. And if you saw all of Schumer's, I watched last night like 10 different times over the years, he said, you can't shut down government, you can't shut down. And now he's the one that shut it down. So this is a confession that he's acting not to serve the people, but to serve the partisan interests of his party.
I mean, that's it right there, Senator. I mean, Chuck Schumer said the quiet part out loud. This has always been about optics and politics, not about policy.
Right. You know, I just think as listening to Chuck Schumer's words there is the first thing I learned in medical school when seeing a patient was to show empathy, right? To say that you care. I'm not sure anybody really wins during a shutdown. I don't see that it's a good thing at all for anybody. As I pointed out, October 15th, and you pointed out, Mark, as well. Congratulations to your Cubs, by the way. But October 15th is when the military doesn't get paid. And I think that's when it really strikes home to me. I have a son that's serving in the military right now. My dad served, brother served, I served. This is a source of pride for us. We passed the NDAA last night, the National Defense Authorization Act, huge bipartisan bill. And that was the first time I saw the temperature come down a little bit down here, that it showed us how to work together again in the Senate. So I'm hopeful a day away from here, a weekend away from here, maybe we'll come back. And that's going to mount the pressure. It's going to take an outside force to make us come together. And I think when we see the military not getting paid, that's going to hit me right in the heart, right in the chest. And hopefully we can end this shutdown.
Yeah, it's just not right. Those that are putting their lives on the line for this country are the ones to not get paid during all of this. So, Senator, the Democrats blame this shutdown a lot on health care, but it's really coming down to taxpayer COVID-era subsidies for Obamacare. Do you think the fact that Democrats being willing to shut down the government proves that the Affordable Care Act was really never affordable?
Well, you nailed it. The Affordable Care Act is not affordable. That's the one thing that we can agree upon. Insurance rates are going to go up at least 20% this next year alone. These are enhanced subsidies they're talking about. Before these enhanced COVID temporary subsidies, the government was paying 80% of these people's premiums, and now we're paying at least 90%. Thousands of people getting free health care, paying zero premiums toward this. It's exploded from 12 million people on these programs to 24 million people. The biggest challenge with this program is fraud. There's somewhere between 25 and $50 billion of fraud in this program. Look, let's get the government open, and then I'll sit down with any Democrat and talk about how can we fix this very, very broken problem. And by the way, the elephant in the room is the cost of the health care. These premiums are going up 20% regardless, and taxpayers are subsidizing that.
Yeah,
they're basically just buying the appearance of affordability. All right, so Senator, before we go, I got to get your reaction to this. Obviously, breaking overnight, President Trump not winning the Nobel Peace Prize this year, despite all the work he's done, ending 7 conflicts. We may now see Middle East peace. I know the deadline was January 31st. You'd only been in office for 11 days by then. But what do you think? Next year?
Yeah, that's the hope. Certainly he deserves it for the work he's already done. And then I'm still optimistic that if anyone can find a road to peace in Ukraine and get those 20,000 children that Putin stole, back to their families as well. So who knows? Maybe he needs a Lifetime Achievement Award. We'll get Ukraine finished up as well. These wars have been going on for thousands of years in Ukraine and between Ukraine and Russia, and then you go, of course, down to the Gaza and Israel and some of their neighbors. So, amen, President Trump. Keep it up. We're so proud of you.
Maybe we need to create the Trump Peace Prize. There we go. All right, Senator, thank you very much for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you.